My career ambitions consist of actually going to law school, and before that I'm thinking about going to an undergraduate program in the Northwest.
There are all kinds of times when people need to communicate with small groups at the workplace, present seminars.
I can't think of any career, any walk of life where you don't have to communicate with somebody.
Hopefully something with international law. That's particularly where my interests lie.
We want them to be challenging us and challenging the status quo and continuously searching for new ways of doing things and new frames of reference. And the National Forensic League prepares people for that extremely well.
I'd like to continue to learn about things like political philosophy in our government. That's what interests me a lot.
American business spends hundreds of millions of dollars every year training people in business how to communicate because they didn't learn it in high school and college.
Well, currently I'm kind of interested in international finance.
All of our jobs, regardless of the nature of them, are much more complex than they've ever been before. Forensics is a way of having people be able to make better choices and be able to contribute more to the success of their employer, whoever that employer is, and whatever field that employer is working in.
I want to major in economics in college and attend law school and become a corporate lawyer.
I've always been particularly aware of the gift it was for me. I would not have the career I have. I simply would not have the career I have. I don't know what career I would have if it weren't for my high school experience in forensics.
The interview is a lot easier for kids who have gone through NFL because they have constantly been in a situation where the student has to present himself or herself to someone and be willing to be scrutinized and evaluated.
These kids come into the workforce so prepared. They are so far above their peers in terms of their poise, their ability to communicate, their ability to think clearly and rationally, to organize their thoughts. They really have a leg up, I think, on most folks entering the workforce.
In only 8 years of productive activity, to go from number 50 to number 6 is an extraordinary accomplishment. It's an accomplishment not by any one individual or any 3 individuals or any 10 individuals. This is the extraordinary story of 1,600 rather dedicated people who have made Steel Dynamics the premier steel company in the United States of America today.
When I was in high school, I went on a field trip to Slater Steel, and I went through there and I seen those guys working there and I go, man, there's no way I'm ever going to work in a steel mill. And here I have been for 7 years, only because, you know, it's a good company and all the people here are friendly.
It's not an easy job. You know, they're working around liquid steel, 3,200 degrees in the melt shop. It's over their head, 100 liquid ton.
We look for employees with a positive spirit, that want to take on responsibility, that want and enjoy being held accountable for that responsibility.
A friend of mine began to work out here, and like you said, I previously worked at my employer for 24 years, and just listening to him talk to me about the place and the benefits and the family orientation out here and the management drove me to apply out here and get in the business.
It's extremely hot work. It's not for everybody, but the guys that are up here, it kind of gets in your blood and you enjoy doing it.
We want to be the best in the business anywhere in the world. No wanting to be as good as someone else or whatever. We want to be the absolute best. And we knew we could not do that without having the best workforce.
SDI, compared to the other places I've worked, it's a company that allows you to take more responsibilities for your job.
It's challenging, like the very definition of challenging. I didn't know what I was getting myself into in that standpoint at all. I mean, that's kind of SDI's way too. I mean, they stretch everyone and get everything out of everyone's potential.
But I love coming here every day. I love working with the people that I work with. I love the job that I'm doing. I love the advancement that's there for me. And just every day I'm learning something new.
I think the approach most people take when they come in here
they come to work at SDI is this is where they're going to work for a long time, and it's not just a job.
When we arrived at Butler, Indiana, there were just 800 acres of corn growing there, and it was a fairly flat site, but it was quickly transformed into a very busy construction project. All of the employees we hired were involved in helping us build the mill. That was the beginning of the SDI, you build it, you fix it, you run it philosophy.
There's constant change going on in the mill. We are always working on something, adding something. I mean, change is inevitable. It's appropriate, and so therefore everyone throughout the course of their career will be involved in different aspects of building it and commissioning it and running it.